Do you know what one thing that really annoys me, really gets me out of my skin, is when we're talking about targets and KPIs and service level and abandonment and what have you. When I hear the term industry standard, someone once has made some sort of a research like 20 years ago, has produced some numbers, and now everybody is using those numbers without understanding their own operations. I don't care if 90% of your customers are answered within 6 seconds if I'm 3 hours waiting on the phone to get connected to someone.
You're never going to be perfect here. Let's be real. Every forecast every day in workforce planning is going to miss somewhere. If you're delivering a worse speed of answer in the evening versus the daytime, you're just taking it out on customers who happen to have a schedule where they need to call you at night. And that's not fair.
What is the optimum balance between how many people we want to service for a certain amount of second, certain amount of time versus how much we're willing to pay for that?
Customers are often not calling because they're happy with a product or a service, right? They're kind of calling because they have some sort of issue and they're looking for resolution. You just started off on the wrong foot. Not to mention, a lot of those customers in today's society, they're never going to wait 10 minutes to talk to an agent. Everyone's busy. They have things to do. They want to get through fast. So what you've now created is you've had a percentage of your customers who have abandoned. Speed of answer is really nothing without abandons. So understanding your abandon percentage and your speed of answer together will really tell that more complete story. You need to understand your abandons by line of business, right? Because it's not just one story. Some companies like to keep calls contained to certain groups for that ultimate customer experience. Only issue with that is if you're not staffed appropriately in one group, there's nowhere for those calls to overflow.
Imagine that you're in a sales environment where every sale counts and you see 20% of the people that potentially can buy your product. I mean,
executives need to be more involved in the details of their KPIs. They often like to get up there and put out a major data point. It's one number, right? And you hope that it's showing the right story.
if I like your product or service, I'm going to be with you for years until you annoy me. And it requires you to annoy me once in a bad way, and I'm going to be out the door for the next 15 years somewhere else.
If there is a competitor in that space, you are talking absolutely about potential churn.
You're underpaid, you're stressed on all levels, and then schedulers are giving you bad shifts, team leads are screaming at you, intradays are screaming at you, then the customers are screaming at you.